It happens all too often in our area. Somebody starts the day with great intentions, maybe planning to just clean up the yard, and suddenly a fire gets out of control.
So what do you do if this happens to you? New at 5:30, meteorologist Patrick Wright consulted the experts and breaks it down for us.
Immediately call 911 and tell the dispatchers where you're at, what's on fire, and if there's any potential for it to spread out of control, essentially, and how big the fire is.
These are simple steps that could be life-saving in the case of an accidental fire. It is that time of year where our fuels, especially our grasses, are quite dry, and today the winds are blowing. Now this is making for a lethal combination when it comes to the start of fires. If a fire starts, common sense or wisdom would serve you right to grab water from a hose and start spraying. CAL FIRE says if you don't have access to water, you can use other methods.
I would encourage them to use a hand tool and to try to start suppressing the fire with a hand tool, cutting line around it or getting the fuels down to the bare mineral soil, essentially creating a box around the fire.
CAL FIRE says you should be aware of your abilities and surroundings with your safety as the top priority.
It's just more about your gut feeling. So we all have those gut instincts of what is safe and what is not, and everyone's different. So if you feel comfortable suppressing the fire on your property and putting it out before we get there, please do so. If you feel that it's unsafe or that you're in danger, we encourage you to get out of the area and wait for the fire department to come suppress.
If you don't have any tools or are in a situation where all you can do is call 911, CAL FIRE says just call it in and be there when crews arrive so you can give them all the information you have on the fire. Now, the best way to stop a fire or brush fire from starting is prevention. If you absolutely have to mow your lawn, one like this, or do some yard work or anything that could spark a fire, do it in the early morning hours when the relative humidity is high and temperatures are lower. In Oroville, meteorologist Patrick Wright, Action News Now coverage you can count on.
CAL FIRE tells us to call the fire department even if you put the fire out yourself, just in case there are hot spots and there's a risk of it reigniting. CAL FIRE also says it applies to indoor fires like electrical or kitchen fires.